All right, welcome everybody to the AFG Pokemon Draft League Season 3 rankings, and I'm here with Nicevsnamy. How's it going?
Hello, it's going quite well. I was excited to share these power rankings with everyone again.
Yeah,
Season 3.
It was fun time last time. We had some good laughs, so
Yeah,
I'm sure we'll have
good
some
laughs
again.
making this one too.
Oh yeah,
This one was fun to make.
yeah. Well, you guys will see we added a new category, which is quite fun.
Yeah, it is the best category. I'm sure you guys will appreciate it. Very cultural, you would say.
Quite cultural. All right, so let's get into it. Let's make sure this is looking right. Yeah, we're good to go. How's it going, Azalea Gradients? What's up? What's up? Certified Google Slides, you already know. Easiest way to make things. All right, we'll just get right into it. We got rating all teams objectively-ish. Classic.
Yes.
That's definitely accurate for our new category.
It actually might be now 9 categories. Now I think about it.
Oh, is it? I think I changed this. If it was 7 before.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, I added one to this because I think it was 7. Yeah, so we got 8 categories. We'll take turns going through them. I'll say this one. We got type matchups and team composition. This is all about your typing. Does the team have all the necessary resistances and type variety? And are there any types that the team is especially weak to? And that is 15 points out of 100.
I'd like to add to that one is that we don't care about certain types. Like, who cares if you have a normal type? No one really cares.
Yeah, I think the ones that we didn't really care too much were like normal, bug, grass. We didn't really care. Rock. Was that it?
I think those are the ones that we don't care about.
Yeah, we didn't care.
Not biased at all. Not biased.
If you have it, it's good. But if you don't have it, we don't really dock you on those.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's just our opinion. As
Yeah.
You will see a lot of that. Yeah.
Next is about basically how many options you have to set up stealth rocks, spikes, type toxic spikes, and sticky webs. Although we mostly care about stealth rocks and spikes. We really care about also the quality of the user, so it makes a big difference if you have a great test setting up stealth rocks versus let's say a Shroodle. I know it doesn't get stealth rocks, but some garbage 1-point Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly. On to the next one is a mix here. Basically, 5 points are allocated toward hazard control. Do you have defog / rapid spin, maybe even magic bounce or tidy up? And then support as well would be like wish, healing wish, light screen, reflect, stuff like that. And it's 5 points for each.
Next one is status disruption, which is basically how well can you disturb the opposing team by using moves like knockoff, encore, trick, or status the opposing team with burning them, paralyzing them, leaving them, etc.
Yeah. And that is 10. And then we have a big category here, 25 points for your wall breaking and offense. For this, we kind of have 3 things that we're looking for. It's a good balance between physical and special attackers. We look at your setup potential, which in turn is like threats and stuff like that. And then also pivoting, if you have good U-turn, volt switch, flip turn, stuff like that. To get into your offensive Pokemon, that definitely helps in this category as well.
Next we have speed tiers and priority, which is how good of a mix of speed tiers you have, like the range of speeds, and that you have at least a few good fast options. And also if your team has good options for priority, like extreme speed, sucker punch, etc.
Exactly. And then we have walls and defense. Pretty simple. How many good defensive Pokemon do you have? And how well do they synergize with each other?
Finally, the new culture category, which is a heavily biased category, which basically states, do we like your team? Basically.
Yeah. If your team is good
do
vibes.
we like it? Do they have funny Pokemon?
Yeah, do you have Pokemon we like? Then you get points. If you have Pokemon we don't like, you lose
Yeah.
points. Unlucky. So yeah, this is our 5-point buffer category. This definitely
Yes.
will change some rankings. Oh god. All right. I think that is it, and we can get right into it.
Mm.
I think it will show just our team, and it's going to be 16th all the way to first. So we're doing 16th first, and we'll finish with our best team.
Can't wait for us to both be top 2.
Just like last season.
Yep.
All right. First up, we have the Lazy Lunalas at 16. For typing, they're missing Ice, Ghost without their Terra on Farigiraf, and Dragon, and also pretty weak to Fairy. The only resist is Sui Arcanine, which isn't the best thing. And Fairy is going to be very prevalent because a lot of people take Fairy on their Terra Pokemon as well. So not too bad,
Including
11 out of 15. Yeah, including this team who took 2 of them. 11 out of 15 is not too bad.
I find if you don't know what Terra type to throw on, just make it Fairy and it'll probably be good.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, we shortened up our slideshow this time down to just 2 slides per team because we figured we can just talk about each category rather than have a slide for each one because it was kind of infinite work. So yeah.
Yes, it was hours and hours of typing.
Yeah, this was much faster. It only took us like 3 hours to do the whole thing.
Instead of like almost 10.
So many hours. We had to split it between 2 days last time to get it done.
Yeah.
We were up to like 1 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Overall, pretty good hazards that's in this team. They have the Landorus and the Arcanine for the Stealth Rocks. And Gambit too. And they also have Ogerpon for Spikes, which is pretty decent. Like to see the thing that probably improve it would be maybe a better Spiker.
Yeah.
But I think they also have Toxic Spikes from Stuntank.
Yes, yeah. Unfortunately, this team has no hazard removal. So he scores 0 out of 5 for hazard removal. No Rapid Spin, no Defog, no Tidy Up or Magic Bounce or anything of the sort. And then for support, you do have Wish on things like Farigiraf, which is, I believe, a Terra Captain. And then Primarina gets screens. Rotom gets screens, so it's not too bad there, which gives you 3 out of 5 on that one.
Captain, this team's not too bad. Have Rotom with that trick and those Willow Thunderwave. Can get it with Thunderwave. Have some good knockoff users in Passimian. And I remember we talked about Iron Jugulis actually as knockoff.
It does.
Although why are you clicking knockoff with Iron Jug? I'm not sure what you're doing. I guess it's okay, but you know, 80 attack set versus 122 special attack. So it's not bad disruption. Definitely could be better though.
Yeah. Offense on this team though definitely shines. For special attackers, I mean, you got Jugulis, you got Landorus, even Rotom and Primarina, and I guess Farigiraf too, especially since it's Terra. Physical attackers, you got a nice mix with Ogerpon, Arcanine, Passimian Terra, King Gambit, so you're doing very well there. For pivoting, also pretty good. You got Jugulis, Ogerpon, Rotom, and other options as well.
I think Landorus gets U-turn.
Does it? I have no idea.
I can't remember.
I think Primarina has flip turn as well. Passimian probably has U-turn.
Yeah, Passimian for sure has U-turn.
Don't worry. We looked at all this beforehand. If we forget now, it's already been looked at. We looked at all the moves earlier. We just didn't write it all down.
Yeah, that's what the previous slides were for before, so that we would remember.
Yeah.
No, it's just us using our memories.
Yeah, don't
We're
worry.
big
Every
brains,
slide's
we
just a
got
vibe
it.
check. Yeah.
Yes. Actually, each slide just generated on the fly as we talk.
Setup is also pretty
Got
good.
little servants in the background.
Yeah, literally. You got Sceptile, Dragon Dance, Ogerpon, Swords Dance, Jugulis, Landorus, King Gambit. Farigiraf also has like stored power shenanigans. So yeah, the offense of this team is very good. So they scored quite high, 23 to 25.
Yeah. Speed in this team is very good. Good speed tiers. 120 is a pretty good speed tier to hit. Plus Sceptile can even double that. Even faster than Burden. And you have that good priority too. That King Gambit Sucker Punch. And
Arcanine E-Speed.
Any other priority? Oh yes, the Arcanine with extreme speed. Yeah, that's really good. And technically, you have like gun tanks that could punch too if you really want.
Yeah.
Might be a little redundant with Gambit.
Yep. Defensively, though, this team is definitely lacking. There's really not anything super dedicated defensively except for like Rotom and Primarina, I'd say. Which, I mean, they're solid. But yeah, that's kind of about it. Besides just natural bulk from your attackers.
Is Def King Gambit as long as they don't have a fighting move?
Yeah, and without Terra, it's a bit tough. So definitely lost quite a few points for defense. But this will be a scary offensive team to face for sure. And culture.
They have Dave the Arcanine, so they immediately get a few culture points for that.
Yeah, and that was about it.
No.
That was all the culture points we gave. We got 2 points for Dave,
Yeah.
and yeah, that was all the culture we saw, unfortunately. So
Yeah.
2 out of 5 for culture. Maybe it's just been auto 5 because we had
Yeah.
Dave, but it was the first one we
maybe it
ranked.
should have been. Yeah, but also like I personally probably wouldn't want to play this team. That's
Yeah.
just by own culture.
That is the culture. All right.
That is the culture. Sure.
Yeah. Onto our next team. Ooh, is my keyboard gonna work? Oh, there we go. At 15, we have the Auburn Agrons. For typing, we are missing Fire type, Ice type, and Ghost type. And this team is quite weak to ground, only with Pelipper as an immunity, and I don't see it coming like to a ton of matches necessarily. And also flying as well. All we have is a Raging Bolt, and this team kind of gets mowed down by flying types.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't really understand the point of the Pelipper of the team because there's not much like other rain synergy. So either you're just gonna have to bring Pelipper so you don't die to Earthquake, or yeah.
We can run Thunder on Raging Bolt. It's lit.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah. So yeah, not scoring too highly here, only 8 out of 15. And the Terra options don't help with that either. And here is the overall spread, as you can see.
Mm-hmm. The hazards though are pretty good in this team because they have Samurott Hisui with Ceaseless Edge. So that's immediately like 8 points, and then or 7 points. And they get extra few points, of course, with Great Tusk with that Stealth Rock. So 9 out of 10, very solid team for hazards.
Yeah. Hazard Control, obviously. Great Tusk again, like the best Rapid Spinner there is. And you even got Scizor with Defog, which, I mean, you can use that too. You're probably going to use Rapid Spin most of the time, but that's also an option. For support, you have Sylveon. I mean, you also got Spore and Amoonguss, which is nice. Oh wait, no, we use that for Disruption, not for support. I mean, it supports your team, but not this category. But yeah, we got Sylveon, which is your primary support Pokemon, which is fine. So Sylveon earned you like 3 out of 5, but not a full 5 on this category.
Yeah. Disruption, though, this team is probably the best in the league for Disruption because Terra Ditto is always really annoying to have to deal with. Always knowing that if you set up a sweeper, they can just reverse sweep you.
Very true.
And they also have the Amoonguss as well with Spore, which is very, very annoying, very disruptive. And even if we want to talk about the real threat, of course, is the Arbok with the Glare. That thing is going to mess you up. It's going to glare on you, coil, scale shot, and just sweep your entire team.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. Ben's going to happen to you. First week, you're not even playing the Alvarez, but I already predicted it's going to happen.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Disruption is very good. Similar to the last team, the offense is also very good. Good mix of special attackers. You got Raging Bolt, which is a menace. You got Keldeo, and Sylveon as well can be very good. And then offensively for physical, you have Great Tusk and Samurott and Scizor, which are all very good options as well.
What about the setup and pivoting?
Yeah, for setup we have Raging Bolt, you got Scizor, you got Sylveon, Keldeo. Great Tusk has bulk up too, so lots of options there. And pivoting, I mean, technically you have Samurott. You also got Volt Switch on Bolt, U-turn on Scizor, Pelipper has U-turn, Sylveon has Baton Pass. Keldeo probably has flip turn.
I don't know if it probably does.
I feel like
Maybe it
every water
doesn't.
type has at this point. They just handed it to them all.
Yeah. Well, water type didn't need a buff, but we take it.
Yeah.
And then you have bug type just crying in the corner still. Like, please give us something besides tinted lens.
Sad. So yeah, offense is very good. 23 out of 25, similar to the last team.
Yeah. Yeah, the speed is the main killer for this team. 108 is max speed. Isn't very good. This is by far the slowest team in the league overall. Because even after Keldeo, your next fastest thing is Grey Tusk, which isn't great. Usually you want your Great Tusk to be at least like the 4th fastest member, not the 2nd on a normal team. However, the priority in this team is really, really good. Because they have Size with that Bullet Punch, Raging Bolt with that
Thunderclap.
Thunderclap, and that Keldeo Vacuum Wave.
Yeah, priorities a 5 out of 5.
Even Samurott with that Sucker Punch Aqua Jet as well, just in case you need more priority with this team.
Loki is 6 out of 5. Priority is very good. Defensively, similar to the last team, we are lacking a little bit. We do have Moongus, Sylveon, and Tusk, but outside of that, there's not a ton of great options. In some weeks, you're probably going to want to be offensive Tusk, not bulky. I mean, it's naturally bulky, which is nice, especially physically. But compared to a lot of other teams, we are missing out on defensive capabilities here.
In terms of culture for this team, unfortunately, we don't like your team, so it's no culture.
All the culture points. Yeah, you got a little points. I like Scizor. It's Coleman. Raging Bolt, kind of lit.
Yeah.
But otherwise, the Pelipper, the Terra Captains you can mention. And I was just gonna say Pelipper with like no range support is probably not the best.
Yeah. So low culture points from us.
Yeah. Justice for Great Neck. He earned half the culture point, don't worry. If you drafted for Farigiraf and then, like, I don't know, if there's another long neck Pokemon, we might have given you 5 culture points, but unfortunately you only have 1 giraffe. On to the next team. The Melrose Mabostiffs at 14. Better than last time, I will say.
Much better.
Yeah.
Last time was pretty rough.
Yeah, the last time for our balance ratings was not great. But
almost like a team that's hyper offense doesn't fit well into how good does your team do playing balance?
Yeah. Well, for typing, we're actually doing pretty good. Missing types, Fairy without Terra, so really not really missing much because you got the Wo-Chien Fairy type. Hatchram might come to a game, so you have that. And weaknesses, kind of weak to ground because we were saying that Wo-Chien might be tearing most games, which you lose the ground resist and even gain a weakness if you go poison. And otherwise, all you have is Landorus, and then you're pretty weak there with Iron Hands and Dirge and Crown. So pretty good typing, but not the best.
At least it's a Landorus, so that's a good Pokemon. At least.
Yeah. On to the next. Is this like teams are all close from here? Yeah, teams are fairly close, especially up past like 10.
Yeah, like a lot of the teams are literally all 1 point apart. Like there's like 6 or 7 teams that are all so close together.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, this team is still good, but there's just a lot of really good teams, and the other teams we just thought were better for this ranking.
Yeah, because this 77 is still a really good score.
Yeah, last time was 48. We have improved a lot on our sheet.
Yes.
And the first time was an 80, and Dankus won the league, so...
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter what your score is. If you're a good player, you can win with anything. And this is not based on player strength whatsoever. It is solely based on what we think your team is.
Based on an arbitrary ranking system I came up with.
Exactly.
So it's very, very arbitrary.
The point value is just randomly assigned. It's
yes.
Yeah.
No, the value we do determine how much it's worth very subjectively, of course.
Yeah.
But Hazard's this team is very good because Glamora. I can say more, but I don't think I need to.
Yeah.
Glamora.
And that isn't your only option, so yeah, you got a 10 there. Nice job. This should determine who makes playoffs. We don't need regular season. Honestly, I'm down. Wait, actually, we'll see if I'm down.
No, don't. You don't want me down.
I don't want to be down. You don't want to see where I'm ranked, actually. Small spoiler there. Okay. On to hazard control and support. For hazard control, we have Hatchrim with Magic Bounce, which is going to come to 1, maybe 0 games, and Glamora with Mortal Spin, which, I mean, Glamora will come to a fair amount of games, but a lot of the time it's just like a hazard lead, and you don't get to save it to Mortal Spin very often, and you can't really fit Mortal Spin on it that often as well, so not the greatest hazard removal. Support-wise, what do we got here? I don't see much. Who has screens in this team? I can't remember.
I think that's why it's a 4 out of 10. I think that might
maybe.
be why it's a 4 out of 10.
There was something, guys. Surely, don't worry.
Because that.
Crown gets screens.
Glamora has I think Glamora has screens.
Yeah. Yeah. No Obama meme this time, unfortunately. Yeah, we Hatchrim, but we don't really count Hatchrim too much. That is true.
Pokemon.
Yeah. Well, we'll just go to Disruption.
Yeah, they have that Iron Bundle Encore, which is really nice. And they have the Dirge with the Will-O-Wisp. They have that nice
Roaring Moon knockoff.
I guess. Roaring Moon knockoff, yeah. And they have Toxic from like Glamora and Leech Seed from Wochen, so it's okay. Not amazing, but
yeah, just compared to a lot of other teams, it's just a lot less and not as great. So only a 5 out of 10 here. Yeah, true. Offense, we have, especially we got Iron Bundle, we got Crown. You could even use Glamora. Those are your main ones. And then physically, you have Moon, Landorus, Hands, all very strong. For setup, you have Moon, which is obviously a very good setup Pokemon. You got Crown. I mean, you could go Landorus, Swords Dance if you want to. Iron Hands as well.
Phalanx, don't forget the boys.
The boys. Never forget about the boys.
Never forget the boys.
Pivoting. What do we got for pivoting? We got Volt Switch. We got Flip Turn. We got U-turns on most of our Pokemon.
Except like Bastiodon and...
Except for the Fat Boys. Yeah. But overall, we thought this team was very threatening offensively. And they earned a 24-25.
The speed on the team, of course, is fantastic. Anyone who drafts Iron Bundle plus Roaring Moon plus Landorus has already immediately good speed tiers. I would know. Yeah, since Bundle's just so fast, and Moon's often the fastest Pokemon on our team, anyways. So it's very good and good distribution lower down as well. Nice, like 10 points apart, 5 points apart for all the Pokemon. But the priority on this team is rather lackluster. I think there's Fake Out on Iron Hands, and that's about it.
I think that was it, which isn't really going to be as much. So you earned like a 1 there.
Yeah.
Defensively, you got Skeledirge, you got the Bastiodon, Terra, actually kind of a threat with Terra. You got Wochen and Landorus, and I guess Crown is bulky, but it's probably not going to be a defensive Pokemon. So defenses are fairly good in this team. I like how they work with each other. So you're in 13 out of 15. And then we have culture.
Culture, basically all the culture for me comes from Phalanx.
Yeah.
Very cultural pick.
Phalanx is pretty cultural.
Although I was debating whether or not you get culture or not for copying my team initially.
Negative culture.
Negative culture for copying the beginning of my team season 1.
Yeah, we haven't had super cultural teams, unfortunately, but we'll get there.
That's great. But there are some very cultural teams coming up.
Yeah.
Don't
so
worry. We will see 5 out of 5 cultural teams. Our teams.
real. Yeah, we got a nice 77. Not bad at all.
Mm.
All right, on to the next one is the New Jersey Necks at 13th. Missing types, we have Ice and Ghost, which are not covered by Terra, and type weaknesses, Fairy. You're fairly weak to Fairy, except for Earthworm as a resist, which it won't come to every game. But still fairly good, 13 out of 15.
Mm.
Azalea, you think your team's going to get more than 2 culture? I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Can't actually remember.
And here is the overall. Here, I'll take hazards so that we switch and don't do all the same ones every time.
Sure.
So hazards, we got... I got this, guys. We got rocks on a couple Pokemon.
Wow.
Marsh Stomp, Torterra, Earthworm, I think.
Yes.
Muck has T-Spikes.
Mm-hmm.
And Earthworm has Spikes, I think.
Yes.
There we go. I did it, guys. So it's not bad, but not the greatest. 7 out of 10.
Yeah. Hazard control on this team basically is just unlucky with Rapid Spin, and if you're crazy, you can go Hawlucha with Defog, but I don't know most people can actually afford to run Defog on Hawlucha because it's already 4 moves and gyms so hard.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of support, once again, it's lucky coming in clutch with those screens. But I believe also you have that Dragonite Light Screen, you know, Light Screen Tailwind, very good set. And Alchemy, I think, as well with some screens, I believe.
Yeah. Disruption, we have we got Muck as knockoff. We got Status in here, I swear. Chiyu is Will-O-Wisp.
You're struggling.
Dude, Disruption's actually possible. I'm pretty sure Reuniclus gets knockoff too.
I'm enjoying watching this.
So yeah, I couldn't name anything, so 7 out of 10. You got anything else for this one?
Well, there's... Oh, dang it, what?
Dude, there's no disruption, I swear. Why is it 7? We saw things earlier. Regieleki gets Thunderwave. There you go, done.
Chiyu can Will-O-Wisp if you really want to do that.
Uh-huh.
Hate yourself.
Uh-huh.
I'm assuming Reuniclus gets Thunder Wave. Just like
yes.
Get it. Alchemy, I'm assuming, also gets something. No idea actually why we got 7
D-Knight T-Wave, there you go. There's another one.
Yeah.
All these offensive mons with their statusing. We for sure run these.
In terms of offenses, very good special attacker, of course, in Chiyu. Because you know that thing just nukes everything. And also Reuniclus. Now Green can also hit somewhat hard. In terms of physical attackers, you have mostly just the Balafin, but also the Dragonite, and the sort of the Torterra and Muck.
True.
In terms of setup, of course, you have that bulk of Balafin with Jet Punch, Dragonite with Dragon Dance, and Shell Smash Torterra. And even, I guess, the Reuniclus, Calm Mind setup as well, kind of.
Yep.
And, in terms of pivoting, you have Regieleki with U-Turn, Volt Switch, Palafin with Flip Turn. I think Dragonite, does Dragonite get U-Turn? I can't remember.
Dragonite, yeah.
So you have I think that's about it though. I think that's where the team lost a lot of points. There's not very many pivots.
Yeah.
And I guess Hawlucha also has U-Turn, I think. But not a lot of pivots where the team lost some points.
On to speed. Quite good. 200, 118, couple of hundreds. Maybe could use a 110, but won't be too picky about it. And then you got Palafin, Jet Punch, and Dragonite Extreme Speed, which is all you need for priority. So besides a slight miss of like a 110, you got a 9 out of 10 here, which is pretty good. Dragonite does not have U-Turn or RIP.
Ripperoni. In terms of defenses, team's okay. You have that Alcremie, of course, for that good special defense, and Orthworm for physical defense. But besides that, you don't really have any other dedicated walls. I guess technically you could use Shiyu as a special wall, but I don't know why you do that.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys. Oh, yeah. You also have the Muck. Muck is quite huge as well.
Yeah, solid defense, not super amazing, but you do get 5 points for culture, especially because you drafted Marshtomp, like third or fourth or whatever. Yeah, fourth. That was mega cultural. Yeah, Torterra's very culture. I like Palafin and Dragonite a lot. So yeah, you weren't really missing much for culture.
No, your culture's on point.
You love to see. If you get 5 out of 5 in culture, you're a good team. That's all I have to say about it.
That also means that I would drop my team and switch teams with you.
Real. Yeah. Next up in 12th, we have Manchutel City. Missing types is Ice, Flying, and Dark. And type weaknesses, Flying. You definitely get kind of run over by Flying types. And Psychic as well. Not much immunity for either one. So, with all the weaknesses and missing types, you score an 8 out of 15. And then hazards, 10 out of 10. You got Toedscruel, which is great. You have Toxic Spike options. You have Fortress. You got Torkoal. You really don't need much more for hazards.
Also, hazard control in the scene is very good because you have, the bitch, Toedscruel. It is the best rapid spinner in the game, no doubt. And you also have Fortress or Torkoal if you really want, but all you really need is Toedscruel. In terms of support, you have that Rotom with screens. I believe you have Fortress with screens, and Toedscruel with screens, and Comfey with screens. You have like a lot of Pokemon that can have screens.
You got screens, but you don't got Wish or Healing Wish.
Mm-hmm.
Which not every team needs, but on this sheet, you get a 9 out of 10.
Yes.
All right, I got this for Disruption, surely this time.
Okay,
all right,
this one's easier.
Yeah, we got Toedscruel. Toedscruel's the boy. I mean, my bitch. It has Spore. It has Knockoff. You got Grafaiai as well. Very good for Disruption. Comfey, very annoying. So, yeah, in general, you got a lot of annoying things. You even got Yawn on Torkoal.
Also Rotom as well, with that Will-O-Wisp and Thunderwave.
Yeah, status options, you got a couple as well. So very good. Don't really need anything else for Disruption. 10 out of 10.
Yeah. In terms of offense for this team, especially the team basically only has Walking Wake, which is not great. And where this team loses a decent number of points is that there's not many special attackers except for Wake. In terms of physical side, you have that Ape, and Rillaboom, and Slitherwing, which all hit really hard. In terms of setup, you of course have that Calm Mind Comfey, which can actually be quite scary, especially with Terra. And also, Dragon Dance, Walking Wake if you want to go the physical side. Swords Dance, Rillaboom if you really want. And of course, the main one is Bulk Up Annihilate.
Real.
And this team also has very good pivoting. Walking Wake with the flip turn, Ape with U-turn, Rotom with Volt Switch, Boom with flip turn, Fortress with Volt Switch, the Wing with U-turn, so lots of good pivots.
Yeah. For speed, we have, we're maxing out at 110, which isn't the best, but you do have a 110, a 109, and 200s, but I would like to see something a bit faster, so you lose a couple points there. Priority, I mean, technically you can say Parting Shot doesn't deal damage, but it is an option. And then you got Grassy Glide and First Impression, so those will help you out there. Yeah.
Just all of Comfey's healing moves have +3 priority, which is ridiculous.
Yep. So, just lacking the speed in this one. Priority is good.
Yeah, this team has very good physical bulk with both Fortress and Torkoal with 140 defense. Especially you have that Rotom Wash or Comfey to take those special hits. So overall, good walls in the team, so pretty good in defense. And
then we get to culture. I know. Sadly, The team with Toad Scroll only earned a 2 out of 5, and the 2 points are for Toad Scroll. That is about it. After that,
the rest of the team wasn't cultural enough for us.
Yeah, we didn't super like this team. You got Toad Scroll though.
Yeah, I'm conflicted about the Walking Away Torkoal. Like, it's a good package, but nothing else on the team besides kind of Slithering synergizes. It's a lot of points for just one kind of splash option. So I wasn't quite sure about that.
Yeah, that's like 30 points almost for those two, which is quite a bit.
Yeah.
But they are solid. It just, the team seems a little weird.
Yeah. No, I'd like to see like one of the Tarot Captains work with the Sun package.
Yeah, the ape first pick, you're right. The ape first pick was pretty cultural. Maybe a 2.5, but sadly, we only gave it a 2. And you finish at 12 in the rankings. At 11th place, we have the Castelia Slitherwings. I'll let you take types for this one.
Yes. Yeah. Meg, you did a much better job this time drafting this, and we didn't decide to draft 4 weather Pokemon. So, of course, very cultural as well. But unfortunately, he's missing fire, electric, and ice, which are all pretty important. And unfortunately, he only has a Tinkaton to take those fairy hits. So, yeah, 11 out of 15 for the typing.
Yep. And I'm sure you can all guess what the culture points for this one will be, as Azalea has already got it. We'll get to that later, but you can see a spoiler here.
Yes.
It has to, true. It does.
Yes. Yeah, the hazards in this team, though, there's so many Stealth Rockers. You have Tinglu, Arcaludon, Tinkaton, and Azelf, all amazing Stealth Rockers. And then you have Tinglu as well for spikes, Overquill for spikes, Overquill for toxic spikes. This is probably one of the best teams in terms of hazards.
Yeah, hazards are amazing for this team. Removal wise, we have Komala with Rapid Spin, and that is it, I believe.
Amazing.
So yeah, that's you're definitely setting a lot of hazards. Hopefully you don't play against Court Change this season.
He's not actually, so
okay, you're good.
Lucky.
Because you won't really be able to remove many. So that earns you not many points. But for support, you have Azelf, which has support options like knockoff screens. Tinkaton has screens. Politoed has rain, which supports your team. And yeah, there's probably some other things. But the support was pretty good. It was just the hazard control was a bit off.
Disruption, this team is quite good as well. You have knockoff on Azelf and I think Gyapdos. And also you have that fast will with some Spectrier. And also Toxic from Overquill. And that's all I can think of off the top of my head. Oh, you have Arcaludon with Thunder Wave. Yeah, that's all the disruption's hard to remember.
It's hard. There was a lot of things in disruption, but it was good.
Yes.
9 out of 10. Dankest, how's it going? You missed 16, didn't see your team? Yeah, unfortunately, you were not 16. You were 14. You did better this time. On to offenses. We have good special attack. We have Spectrier, which is all you need, but then we also have an Azelf and an Archaludon and a Basket Legion if you want. So, nice options there. And physically, you have Zapdos, Galar, Overquill, which will be a Rain Sweeper, even Komala and Tinglu if you want. And Azelf has options there too. So, a lot of good spread for physical and special. Pivoting, you got Azelf and Zapdos. Overquill probably has flip turn. And Basket Legion has flip turn. And then...
Looking at this, I'm surprised we only gave this a 21.
Maybe it was the setup. Let's see. Spectre is setup.
Oh yeah, that's
Overquill.
why. I remember now.
Yeah. The setup... most of your things are just breakers, which is good. But not setup mons. You just kind of put holes in teams without setting up, which is fine.
That's what Rain does anyways, so...
Yeah, but on this, you got a 21, which isn't bad. That's still good offense.
The speed of the team, of course, has Spectre, very, very fast. and Basket Legion in the rain, or Overgrown in the rain, which is even faster. And overall good spread of speed tiers, so 5 out of 5 speed. Priority, this team I think only has Basket Legion with Aqua Jet though, and Tankaton with Fake Out, so not very good options for priority.
Yeah. Then we go to defenses. We have Ting Lu, which is very good. Our Chaladon can be bulky. Tinkaton as well. But what else do we have? Politoed, I guess.
I guess I never really look at Politoed, so
yeah, it's solid, pretty good, but not the best options here for sure compared to some other teams. So get 11 on this one.
Yeah. The culture was 5 out of 5. Picking the same 3 Pokemon first from last season.
So cultural.
Yes, and of
Plus
course
the rain.
Yes. That is a very cultural team.
This is probably max culture. This is probably the most you'll ever see.
This is the best cultural team in the league.
Yeah, you love to see it. On to number 10, our top 10. Number 10 is the Anaheim Aurorus. Missing types, we have Fire and Dragon. And then we also have Ice, if you're not counting the Terra. But you did pick Ice for 2 of them, so that boosts you back up. We don't really take points off, we're just kind of mentioning it. And then type weaknesses. Weak to water, because Leafeon doesn't count. You got Quagsire, but otherwise your top 2 threats, plus Tyranitar, those 3 are going to come quite a bit, are all weak to water. Which makes sense because it's sand, but still going to note it. And then ice as well. Bronzong's your only resist there. And Enam and Mandibuzz are also going to come to a lot of games. So you are going to lose some points here, 10 out of 15. And here is the overall. For hazards, you got a 10 out of 10. Very good. Tons of options. You got T-Tar, you got Quagsire. You got Galvantula, which gives you extra points for the sticky webs. Excadrill. I mean, you just got a ton of different things you could do. Mandibuzz has... Wait, that's Defog. We'll go back to that, but yeah. Hazards are very good.
Yeah, hazard control is also, I believe, pretty good on this team. With Mandibuzz, with Defog, and Excadrill with Rapid Spin. So, like, full credit for that. Teams to support, there's not a ton. I know Namor's can Healing Wish, and Bronzong set up screens. I think Miss Mag might be able to set up screens too, but that's about it.
Yeah, pretty good, 8 out of 10. Alright, Disruption, the hard category. Alright, we got fair amount of hazard removal, or sorry, not hazard removal, status options. You got Galvantula. You got the Miss Magius, which we've seen this taco was Mean Look Parasong. That's Disruption. You also have...
Well, that's just brutal.
Yeah, that is just brutal. Facts. What other disrupt? Oh, we got Mandibuzz and T-Tar of knockoff. Forgot about the knockoffs. There's got to be more here.
Galvantula Thunderwave?
Yeah, I think I said that. Oh, no.
Oh, I was drinking water.
Don't worry, 10 out of 10, I swear.
Yes, yeah, just trust.
Just trust. We've looked at this.
Offenses, this seems pretty solid, of course, has that Iron Boulder with and the Excadrill and T-Tar, so 3 really strong physical attackers. Special side though, the team is a bit lacking, basically just Enamorous and kind of sort of his bag, so that's where most of the points are lost.
Yeah.
In terms of setup, of course, Swords Dance, Iron Boulder, Swords Dance, Excadrill. I think that's about it, but that's all you kind of really need. This Pokemon is super scary. In terms of pivoting, you have Galvantula with U-turn or Volt Switch. I think I'm assuming it has both. Mandibuzz with U-turn. Yeah, so not actually the most pivoting. But
yeah, I think they lost points for the pivoting mostly, because even like Enamorous is contrary stuff, which can be set up to Miss Magius.
Yeah.
So everything else seemed fine. Just a little weak on maybe special attacking and pivoting. But pretty good.
But you don't need to pivot if you have Excadrill with the Sword Stance, understand.
Yeah, you just kill everything.
Anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, onto speed and priority. We got pretty good speed. You got 120s, 110s ish, all the way down. Definitely pretty good, especially Excadrill can go super speed. But priority, I don't see any priority.
I don't think there is any priority.
So I think
if it is,
yeah, 0 out of 5 for that.
Yeah. In terms of defenses, this team is very solid. The last few Pokemon on the bottom. Quag, of course, that unaware, pretty bulky, good typing. And Bronzong, which wall either side. Kind of even that Slowpoke Galore with the regen, take a few hits. And of course the best defensive Pokemon on this team, Mandibuzz. Very, very solid both ways. Really wish I had that on my team, but is what it is. And even T-Tart can be pretty bulky in the sand.
Yeah. Defensively looks annoying to take down, so you get a lot of points. Culturally, you got a 4 out of 5. Very cultural team. We like the sand. We like a lot of these Pokemon. It looks fun to play.
Sand band.
Sand band.
Just bring sand band every week. That's all you need.
Yeah, seems cool. Not max culture points, but quite a few. Very cultural.
I'd like to point out that 12 had 79 points, 11th had 80 points, and this team has like 81. So like all these, like this team and the next few teams are all like 1 point apart. Pretty sure.
Yeah, if we just randomly decide to give 1 point extra on anything, it would change it all. So
yes.
Just take a lot of these with a grain of salt. It's just a ranking to have a ranking. On to number 9. We got me. Boston Blaziken's at 9. Guys, no Obama meme this time. For now.
It's not rigged.
It's not rigged.
Oh, wait. Actually, Ben, I think you should get 50 out of 15 on typing.
Yeah, actually, hold on. Just erase the weaknesses at the bottom. I don't actually think there is any.
Yes. No. Round is... Look at all those water resists. So many water resists on your team. You're good.
Yeah, so missing types. Ghost type. Don't have a ghost. Fairy, I covered with Terra, so it wasn't a big deal. Type weaknesses. I have no water resist currently. Yeah, my water type is weak to water. Well, not actually, but it's neutral at the end of the day. And ground type, I do have Corviknight, which will come to most matches probably, but otherwise, no resist. No grass type or anything, so definitely a little tough there. 11 out of 15, not the best typing. And yeah, here is the overall sheet.
The hazards, at least your team, are pretty good. You have that Swampert with Stealth Rocks, Sandaconda with Stealth Rocks.
True.
And who else you have for Stealth Rocks? Was that it?
I think that's it. Then Glowking for T-Spikes. But I do not have any spikes.
We were very generous with your hazard score, I must say.
Oh, that's fine.
I feel like that's a little wrong, but we'll keep it 8-8 for now.
Nah, it's fine. 8's fine.
Okay.
Those Pokemon come to all the matches. Who needs spikes? Hazard control.
Every match. You heard it here first, folks.
I mean, I got a Swampert too. I mean, how can I say? Hazard control, though, is pretty good. We have Corviknight. Mousehold is Tidy Up. Espeon is Magic Bounce, so don't need much more. Maybe a Rapid Spin, but I'm not too concerned because I got the other options. And support, Espeon has Wish. It has screens. Raikou has screens. Corviknight has screens. Slowking has screens. Lots of screens. So scored highly on this one.
Yeah. This representative in the team also is pretty good. Have that knockoff from Weavile, which hits really hard. I think Swampert as well. Have, of course, Gouging Fire, which can Burning Bulwark or Will-O-Wisp you. Raikou can Thunder Wave you. Slowking can Toxic you, I believe. I'm just assuming it's Poison type. And of course, my favorite, of course, is the Sandaconda with the Glare.
You already know.
Can't wait for that to happen.
Yeah. Not bad. Not perfect either, for sure. Offensively, especially I have Raikou and Espeon and Glowking, guys, I swear. Not really. We got a little bit weak on the special side, but physically, Weavile, Mienshao, Gouging Fire, I mean even Sandaconda and Swampert can hit pretty hard. So physically it's fine. Setup, lots of options. Weavile could Swords Dance, Raikou has Calm Mind, Espeon has Calm Mind, Gouging Fire's Dragon Dance, Sandaconda with Coil, etc.
And the mouse.
And the mouse, yes, of course. Which is all good. And pivoting, got like Raikou has Volt Switch, Mousehold U-Turn, Mienshao U-Turn, Corviknight, Swampert Flip Turn, Chili Reception on Slowking. So basically the only thing I was lacking was just better special attackers, which lost some points there.
Yeah. Here on this team is very good. Good distribution of speed tiers and overall pretty fast team. Priority options, I believe the only one is Weavile with Ice Shard and Mienshao with Fake Out, so did lose a point for that. But still good priority options.
Yeah, could be better, but Weavile Ice Shard is going to come a lot of the time. And defensively, not the most defensive team. Slowking, Corviknight are pretty good. Sandaconda can be defensive. Swampert as well, but overall not super defensive. Yeah, Gouging Fire as well is very bulky physically. It's going to be hard to take down. So definitely not bad, but not amazing either. 11 out of 15.
And this is all you can tell. The culture category isn't rigged. You only got 4 out of 5 for culture.
It's not rigged, guys. Pretty sure I had a 5 and I changed it.
No, because I wouldn't want your team.
Yes, that was right.
If I wanted to play, if I would actually say, yeah, I'll play your team. You get 5 out of 5, but like that, I wouldn't want to switch teams with you. Your team didn't make the cut. Teams I want to switch with.
I hate it here.
Just how you lost with culture there.
But I like the teams, so I get a 4.
Yeah.
I get my own culture points. Sandaconda is max culture, I don't have to tell you.
I don't know, like teams, it does look good, but it's like I had some other teams I'd rather switch with.
Yeah, much lower than my previous scores, so we will see. Doesn't necessarily mean much, but...
Yeah. But yeah, by far your worst team on the rankings.
Yeah. And number 9.
I think you even gave yourself an award for that, I think, later on.
I think I did.
Yeah.
At number 8, top 8, we have Lavender Town Lamps. I'll let you take the typing.
Okay. Team is missing only Ghost type of the important types, which is pretty good. And has a weakness to fighting, as Darkspawn is probably not coming to most matches. Probably come to a few. And you have Iron Moth, which you don't want to be taking too many hits anyways, so... Light weakness to fighting there, so Plug Elder and such will do some major damage to this team potentially.
Yeah.
But overall, pretty good in terms of typing, so 14 out of 15.
Yeah, one of the best ones we've had. 14 is very strong.
Actually, I can't remember if we have any 15s.
I think we do have a 15.
Oh yeah, I remember, yeah. I think the number 2 team is 15.
Yeah. Hazards. Very good hazards. Lots of Stealth Rocks options. Plus, you have like Skarmory, you have Gastrodon, which are hazard menaces. Even Toxic Spikes on Moth. So you're looking good there for sure. 10 out of 10.
Mm-hmm. Hazard control, you have a lot of good spinner options. You have Hecklazar and Serena, which are both decent mid-tier spinners, and probably one of them is always going to be coming to a match. In terms of support, you have Darkspun and Jolteon with Wish and Screens, I believe. And I think Serena also gets Screens.
Can't remember if it does. I think it's maybe one of them. But yeah, I mean, Jolteon has such a low HP stat, you're never going to click Wish on it.
You
and Darkspun, you could. I would not recommend it. Actually, I recommend it against me.
I think it was either Taco or Blue who did it against me and Mox, because they were just so frustrated by my team destroying their team that they just ended up throwing in Wish Jolteon because it wasn't going so well.
Yeah, and then the Wish is on a lower point Mon, which probably won't come to too many games, so lose a bit of points there. Disruption, I can for sure remember this. I mean, we only got a 3 out of 10, so...
you got this.
I got this. Cyclozar has knockoff. Urshifu does not. But you click Wicked Blow, so it's okay. Status-wise... Okay, we got Roar on Doshbun. That's not useful or useless. Jolteon is Thunderwave. Yeah.
Gastrodon has Yawn.
Yes,
That's the reason
Yawn.
why it's so low. There's not a lot of disruption options on this team.
I'm sure there are a couple other minor things, but yeah, this is kind of the main category that brought it down.
Yeah. Offensively, though, this team is quite scary. You have the Bax, and Urshifu, and even Serena that hit really hard physically. And on the special side, you have Jolteon and Iron Moth hit really hard especially, and even kind of sort of Gudra Hisui. In terms of setup, of course, you have Jolteon Combine Substitute, Urshifu Single Strike and Swords Dance, Bax, of course, just does Bax things, and even Gudra and Skarmory can Body Press Iron Defense. Not in that order, though. You want to do it the other way around. And in terms of pivoting, Jolteon with Volt Switch, Cyclizar with U-Turn, Urshifu with U-Turn, Serena with U-Turn, Skarmory with U-Turn. I think that's about it. So, good pivoting. So yeah, overall, very good offensive team.
Yeah. Speed and priority also very good. Your speed tiers are excellent. 130, 120, 110, basically 100. Honestly, beautiful speed tiers. And then priority, you have Urshifu single has Sucker Punch, and Baxcalibur has Ice Shard. And those are two mega threats that are going to come to a lot of games. And those are both great moves. So 10 out of 10.
Defensively, also a very good team because you have that Gastrodon and Gudra with like to be special walls, and you have Skarmory for be a physical wall. They work decently well together as well. And you even have some other like more secondary defensive Pokemon like Serena as well. So yeah, overall, some good defensive pieces on this team.
Yeah, solid. And then culturally, we did like this team quite a bit. 4 to 5 culture. I like Urshifu a lot. I like Baxcalibur a lot. And overall, it just seems like a good team to play.
Yeah, I like Gastrodon. It's a cool Pokemon. So, yeah, good culture.
Nah.
We'll disagree on that one. Gastrodon's cool, though.
It's a Cynthia Pokemon. It's cool enough.
Yes.
But yeah, good team. That is number 8. On to number 7. The Double Iron Bashers. For types, we are lacking a Ghost, Dragon, and Ice type. We do get Ghost on Regigigas, but that doesn't really count. And type weaknesses, you did a very good job. Not really any weaknesses.
Yeah, Regigigas we basically just deleted from all this because it's like.
Assume we did not look at Regigigas.
Yes.
And consider it not a real Mon.
Yes.
And on to the next.
Hazards. The team is very, very good hazards. You have Scream Terror for Stealth Rocks along with Metagross and Donphan. And then you also have 2 good spikers with Greninja and Ogerpon. And I think Featheroom even might get Toxic Spikes. Can't remember.
I think so.
And Greninja as well, I know gets Toxic Spikes. Or maybe it doesn't.
It gets spikes for sure.
Yeah.
Toxic
maybe
spikes, maybe. I feel like it doesn't, but I can't remember.
Yeah, I think I'm wrong about that. I don't think it does. But overall, it's just very, very good hazard options on this team.
For hazard control, we have Donphan, which I believe is the only thing that can remove hazards. So only like a 3 out of 5 there. But support is very good. You have a Screamtail, which, as you guys have learned from us, is good enough for us. You also have a Vaporeon, which is good too. And yeah, I mean, just a lot of options here. So 8 out of 10.
Having a Mew also just like cheats half my categories.
Yeah, we'll see that one
later.
That one's a cheater.
Yes. Disruption, this team has decent options. You have that Screamtail with Encore. You have Knockoff on Metagross. And...
You got this. Ogerpon is
and
knockoff.
Ogerpon, I believe.
Blaziken is knockoff too. Donphan is knockoff. Oh wait, you might have said that.
I haven't yet. No, I pretend I did. And you also have no, Vaporeon doesn't have Toxic anymore.
Sadly.
Does Reveroom have Toxic? But I don't know why you're clicking Toxic for Reveroom.
Yeah, I think it was just the status is kind of weak.
Yeah. You have Thunder Wave on Screamtail and Thundurus, Therian. That's about it, from what I can see.
Yeah. Offensively, we have, especially, we got Greninja, which is great. Thundurus, also great. But that kind of ends there, especially. But physically, you're cooking. You got Ogerpon, Revavroom with Shift Gear, Blaziken, Metagross, even Donphan. You're doing great there. Pivoting, you have Greninja, Screamtail, Ogerpon, Thundurus. Revavroom has Parting Shot, even though once you click Shift Gear, you're probably just going to stay in. Vaporeon has Baton Pass. And setup, you got technically Battle Bond and Greninja, Ogerpon, Thundurus have it, Blaziken with Speed Boost. Yeah, I think the only thing you really... Yeah, and Revavroom, of course. The only thing you're mainly missing was maybe better special attacking.
But still, good score.
Yeah, probably could have been maybe even a 23, but you scored 22.
Yes, that's how we roll.
Because we picked a number and you got it.
Speed cheers, very good on this team. That's one thing I'm very impressed. Like, almost every team, like, I'd say, I think 14 out of the 16 teams that got, like, all got like 4 or 5 out of 5 speed cheers. Everyone did such a good job doing their speed cheers. But overall, yeah, nice fast Pokemon Greninja, and good priority options as well with Metagross with that Bullet Punch, and Greninja with Water Shuriken.
Yeah. Defensively, we got Donphan, Vaporeon, Screamtail as kind of your main things. Metagross can be defensive as well, which is pretty good, but not the most defensive team we've seen. So 12 out of 15.
And of course, the culture. The team's got some culture points, for that Regigigas. That's the one thing it does contribute. It's pretty cultural to pick Regigigas.
Really?
And I can respect the round 1 Blaziken pick too. That's pretty cultural.
Yeah, decent culture points.
Yes.
Respect on some of these picks. And on to number 6. New York Raging Bulls scored 6 once again. Missing types, Ghost. Type weaknesses, none. That's all I got. Very good. 14 out of 15. Nothing to complain about here.
Very good. Hazards, this team, I think, only has Stealth Rock options. And it's just mostly, I think it's only Iron Treads with Stealth Rock, and Weezing with Toxic Spike. Although Iron Treads is a really good rocker, so not too big of a deal. But I think that's literally all this team has for hazards.
Yeah. Hazard control, you got an Iron Treads, which is nice, and a Weezing Galar, and even a Conk, which you're not going to click Defog on, but, it's there. So 5 there. And also, pretty nice support options. Things like Umbreon has Wish, Slowking with Screens, and there's probably some other things in there, but, overall pretty good. 9 out of 10.
I got this one. I got this.
You got this. Surely.
Okay, so first we have that Slowking with Underwave. We have Weezing Galar with Toxic and Will-O-Wisp. Umbreon, I think, gets Toxic, or does it lose it?
I can't remember if it lost it.
I'm going to assume it lost it because everyone lost Toxic.
Yeah, probably.
Entei has a Will-O-Wisp. In terms of knockoff, you have Thundurus and Treads and Conk. Oh, very good. Very solid.
Alrighty. Onto offense, we got Tornadus. Very good specially. Kyurem, very good specially. Don't need much more, but yeah, it kind of ends there. Physically, you got the Ambipom Terra. Treads is nice. Entei, obviously insane. Kyurem can be physical. And you even got a Conkeldurr in there. So, you're looking pretty good. Setup options, we got Kyurem and Kyurem. Is there anything else? Torn, yeah.
Torn with Nasty Plot?
Yeah, not a ton of setup options.
Nasty pull up.
But yeah, Torn can go Nasty, which is nice. And pivoting, you do have Tornadus, you got Shreds, you got Umbreon with the Baton Pass, and Slowking has Chili Reception. So pretty good there, but not the best setup, and only 2 special attackers, but they are good ones. But yeah, 20 out of 25.
Speed overall for the team, once again, very good. Torrens likes fast Pokemon, and good distribution of speed tiers overall. Priority also on the team is very good. You have that Conk Mach Punch. I think you have that Amber Pump Pick Out. Does Kyurem Ice Shard?
I think so.
I'm just assuming it does. It's a nice type. It should have it.
Yeah, it's Kyurem.
Yeah. Yeah, so good job. 10 out of 10. Speed tiers and priority.
Yeah. Defensively, this team is very defensive. You have Slowking, you got Eel, Weezing, Umbreon, Treads, just a lot of options. Even Tornadus with regen. Yeah, tons of options for yourself.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong. So 14 out of 15. I think we gave a 15 to someone.
That's the only reason why it's not 15, because of
Yeah.
a certain other team that was just so defensive we couldn't give anyone else 15 because
I
it was
think I
just
know
so
who
good.
it was.
You I think the person who knows, who hasn't, might even know.
Oh god, yeah. So there you go, 14 out of 15, because you're not the other guy.
Yes. In terms of the culture, very good culture on this team, I'd say. I love Weezing. I'm very sad it should be on my team.
I love
My boy
Entei.
Conk. Yeah.
And
Treads as well.
Treads is
should also
cool.
be on my team.
Kyurem is cool too. I would have liked Kyurem, but sadly I got a crap draft spot again, so unlucky.
Unlucky, deal with it.
You bet you know who the other guy is? Yeah, because it's you. I hate it here.
Yeah.
Number 5. Is it him? Ah.
It's him! It's the guy!
Oh no. Alright, I'll let you do types.
Okay, so this team is missing an electric and ice type, although it kind of makes up for it. At least we didn't add that in for this one. It does have an electric type with Porygon too. Although it wouldn't have changed anyways, it would be 14 out of 15 anyways. And no weaknesses. Very good job with the type distribution.
Yeah, looks quite good.
But there we go, that 50 out of 15 for defense. We'll get there when we get
I
there.
hate it here. Yeah, onto hazards. We got 10 out of 10. You have a Gliscor and a Toxapex. I hate it.
I hate it here.
I hate it. And a Mew. You really, you got all of them. Many times over.
Yes. Hazard controls, this team is pretty good, I believe. They have Defog on Talonflame, and Rapid Spin on Tatsugiri, and Magic Bounce Hatterene, so good options. In terms of support, you have Screens on Goldango, and Mew, and Hatterene, I believe. So, very good.
Yep. Disruption. I got this. You got a Mew. Mew is very disruptive because you don't know what it's going to do. Gliscor is very annoying too. You got Breloom with Spore. You have Hatterene with Nuzzle. Toxapex with Toxic. Porygon's annoying. That's disruptive to my mental health. And so is this entire team. So 10 out of 10.
Talonflame as well.
Yep. You got Willow there.
Yes. Yes, I'm not. I don't think either of us are looking forward to fighting Taco this season.
Yeah, I wish I could have dodged him again.
It'll be
Unlucky.
fun time. Yep, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Offense's team though not as strong because of the team slotting so many Pokemon for defensive rules. But not saying it doesn't have offense, because there is a Darkrai on this team, and a Goldango, which both hit very hard specially, and even Tatsugiri. And Hatterene, so it has some good special attackers. Although where the team kind of lacking is the physical side, there is a Breloom, and that's about it for physical attackers.
Yeah.
But in terms of setup, of course, you have that Sword Dance Talonflame if you really want, Nasty Plot, Darkrai, Mew with whatever the crap it's gonna pull on you, Goldenko, Nasty Plot. So yeah, there's some good, decent offensive options. In terms of pivots, you have Talonflame with U-Turn, along with Gliscor. And I'm assuming just Mew has U-Turn. This is everything.
Yes. It's got flip turn too.
Okay, of course, just in case. Just in case.
Yep.
But yeah, the team is missing, I think, some pivots and some physical attackers. But what else do you expect if you've got a team full of these defensive beasts?
Yep. And speed-wise, you got 2 very fast Pokemon, but then it tapers off, and there's not much variation. So you lose a little bit of points there. And for priority, you got Gale Wings on Talonflame, and you got Mach Punch on Breloom. So, not bad.
Yeah. Defenses, you have Toxapex and Porygon, and Goldango, and Gliscor, so, and Talonflame.
And Mew.
Yeah, it's gonna be really annoying to break this team. I'm not looking forward to it.
Yeah,
And
this is painful.
Because Mew could do whatever the heck it wants, so yeah, it's gonna be, and also Porygon can Terra, so we have to deal with the other types too potentially. It's gonna be fun. Try to break down this team.
And culture, you would think this team would get a negative 10 on
we couldn't give
culture.
you 5
Yeah, you would think you would not get culture
but
for all these
unfortunately,
defensive
Ben's
Pokemon.
biased towards Darkrai, so
Darkrai is my favorite Pokemon, so you got extra
but
culture
Darkrai's
points
on your
from me.
team, so Ben gives you culture.
Yeah. Sorry.
Not much culture from me because this team looks like hell.
Mm-hmm.
But Darkrai just immediate bonus points from Ben, so.
Yeah, you got lucky I was here. Otherwise, you might be 0.
You definitely be 0 of culture from me.
And on to number 4, Sapros Snovers. Missing types, Ice type. Type weaknesses,
Kind of ironic.
Fairy. Yeah, it is. And yeah, you're weak to Fairy. Crocalor doesn't count, and Magnezone kind of doesn't count. I mean, a little bit, but yeah, 13 out of 15.
Still good.
Yeah, still good. Hazards, you got Sandy Shocks, which is going to be kind of a main hazard role. Clefable gets Stealth Rocks, but on top of that, I'm not seeing much. But still good, 8 out of 10.
Hazard control, I believe you just have the Quack with the Rapid Spin and the Hitmonlee with the Rapid Spin, which is not bad. Gets the job done. I don't think there's any others.
Yeah.
In terms of support, though, you have the Indeedee with the screens and the Kill Yourself, and of course Clefable with screens and Wish. So yeah, 5 out of 5 in terms of support.
On to Disruption, for sure, guys.
Good luck. Good luck.
Quackleval gets knockoff. I think Hitmonlee gets knockoff. Sinistcha is annoying. It has Matcha Gotcha. It has Strength Sap. Clefable's annoying with statusing. Magnezone's annoying as status. Crocalor sits there, is fat. Sandy Shocks is Thunder Wave. Yeah, annoying. And Clefable gets Trick as well. So you got pretty good Disruption. 9 out of 10.
Yeah. Offensively, we quite like your team. You have both Latios and Sandy Shocks in terms of special attackers, which are very solid. On the physical side, you have Sneasler, Hitmonlee, Quavel, and Honchkrow, all very strong physical attackers. But even on the special side, you have Magnezone. I missed that one too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, very good options both sides. In terms of setup, you have Sneasler and Hitmonlee, which are both unburdened sweepers. Latios like boosting up with that with its improved signature move. Forgot what it's called though.
Luster Purge?
Yes, that's it. And Honchkrow as well has that Moxie. Quavel has that Aqua Step Moxie as well. A lot of Moxie on this team. A lot of unburdened. You can get very out of control very quickly if you're not ready. And pivoting, you have Sneasler and Hitmonlee and Quavel, I think with U-turn, and Magnezone with Volt Switch.
Yeah, and Sandy Shocks as well.
Oh yeah, with Volt Switch, yeah. So, great pivot options.
Yeah, we thought this team was extremely threatening and earned the 25 out of 25. With multiple Moxie users and Unburdened users and a Latios, you're cooking. And it's very scary because if you prep wrong against this team, you will get swept.
We'll find out first week.
Yes, we will. Speed and priority, very, very good. Speed tiers are great. 120, 110, 100 looks good. Priority, You got Hitmonlee. You got Sneasler. You even got Quaquaval. So, nothing to complain about here.
Defense's team is a little lacking, but they still have Clefable and Sinistra and Croc. So those are some decent defensive pieces, but there's not a lot else besides those Pokemon in terms of defenses.
And for culture, you earn a 4 out of 5 because your team looks really good and fun to play. And I like a lot of your Pokemon. Latios is very cool.
You did lose 1 point because I hate Clefable.
Real. You did lose the point for Clefable, I'm sorry.
Yes, I hate Clefable.
You might want to trade that. Then you'll get 5.
Yes, then you get 5 out of 5.
We'll retroactively boost you if you trade Clefable. Or drop it and give it to me. I wouldn't mind. Yeah. Alright, on to the big 3. At third place, we have the East Coast Empoleons. Yeah, this is none and none. You have no missing types that are crucial to us, and no type weaknesses.
Just no missing types. He literally has every single type.
Oh, he does. He does have every type. Yeah.
Yes.
And not about the crucial part. Forget about it. And yeah, type weaknesses, none.
Nothing.
Yeah, this is very, very well built. You cooked.
Hazard's also very good on this team because you have Garchomp and Cleaver with that Stone Axe, and Empoleon with Rocks, and Meow with Spikes. So we have very good Hazard options.
Hazard control, you have Cleavor has Defog, and Avalugg has Rapid Spin, but those are pretty niche options, I'd say, for the most part. I think you're probably more likely to use Avalugg for a Rapid Spinner. And I mean, that's like a 3-point Mon. Probably doesn't come too many times, even though it's Terra. So not the best there, but support, you do have a Florges, which is great. And you got some other screens options with like Meloetta. So support, you're in a couple points back, but still 5 out of 10. That's probably your weakest category by quite a bit.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. In terms of disruption, we have the Zoroark 3, which I hate fighting so much. It's so annoying. Now, spending time actually thinking I'm fighting Palafin, but it's not actually Palafin, but that's a different story. You also have Knockoff on Empoleon, and I believe Cleavor and Meow. And you also have statuses from, I think, Muck and Toxicue, and Meloetta can probably paralyze you. Thunderous for sure has that Prankster Thunder Wave. So yeah, some pretty good disruption options.
Very nice. Offensively, you're looking good. Especially you got Thundurus, Zoroark, Meloetta. I mean, even Empoleon and Florges if you want it.
You gotta make the weakness policy Empoleon work. I couldn't make it work last season.
I'm ready. Physically, you got Meowscarada, Thundurus as well can go bulk upset. Garchomp, Tauros, Cleavor, even Avalugg. So very good on both of those. Pivoting, you have Meow, Thundurus. You got Cleavor. Florges has Baton Pass, Empoleon, Flip Turn. And then Setup, a little bit less, but still solid. You got Zoroark, Meloetta, Thundurus, Garchomp. So yeah, overall, pretty nice offensive team.
Speedchairs also look really good in this team. Nice fast Pokemon Meowscarada, and once again, good distribution of Speedchairs following down. Priority of this team is a bit lacking. It's still pretty good though. Meowscarada with Sucker Punch, and Empoleon with that Vacuum Wave or Wave Aquajet. And that's about it from what I see from priority.
Yeah. Defensively, very good team. You have an Avalugg. Muck is a defensive mon. Florges. Meloetta can be pretty bulky. Garchomp. Even Tauros. So, yeah, a lot of nice options here. But not a taco team. So you get 14.
Yes. And culturally, this seems amazing. It's kind of... like the first 4 picks is very similar to my Season 2 team if I wasn't sniped by Neji.
My bad.
But unfortunately I was, so I couldn't get Thundurus. But also, Garchomp's an amazing Pokemon. Empoleon is an amazing Pokemon. Meloetta is such a strong Terra captain. So, No, definitely. Want to switch teams? I'm down.
And yeah, you got the mascot pick, so extra culture points. You love to see it.
Yes, very cultural team.
All right, guys. The grand reveal. Who is number 1 and
Yes.
number 2? It is the same 2 people as last season at number 1 and 1 and 2, but did they
Me and Luna are
switch?
both.
Guess we will see in 3, 2, 1. Oh, I clicked the wrong button. Ah, we got it.
Unlucky.
Unlucky. Obama medal incoming. Once again, we have Suri Sophions at number 2.
Yes. I'm missing an ice type. That's about it.
That is literally it. No type
Yes.
weaknesses. Well done.
I love looking at this spread. It's so pleasing to look at.
Riot. True. Hey, Lunar's happy at being number 2 again. That's pretty impressive. Someone is very good at team building.
Someone else he also is very
I
good
could
at
use
team building.
some pointers from you two.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
And what you really need to do is you need to change this. You have to make the system so the system works well for whatever type of team you like building.
Yeah, so you don't need water resists.
Yeah.
We don't care about water resists when I make it.
Yes.
I honestly never noticed that.
Season.
I could have patched that.
Yeah.
We'll figure something out, guys.
Yeah.
Hazards, 9 out of 10. Looking good. Tentacruel has T-Spikes. Heatran sets up rocks. Bisharp sets up rocks. Even got Araquanid for some sticky web action. So I'm liking it. 9 out of 10.
Yeah. Hazard control. I think this is this team's weakest category, potentially. Or is it the support? I can't remember. Hazard control. This team has Tentacruel with Rapid Spin. I think that's about it.
Yeah, that is it.
But it's still not a bad Rapid Spinner. But
Mhm.
in terms of support, you have Latias with screens, and that's about it. What else is there?
Huh.
Huh.
I don't know. Oh, Latios's Wish.
Oh, Latias. Oh, yeah, I always forget that. That's the thing.
That is pretty good.
Yeah.
I think there's some other screens options, maybe some in there. Maybe Shaman or something, I don't know. Disruption. The tough part. We got Mimikyu has Disguise. And Knockoff. I think it's Knockoff.
It does not have knockoff.
Guys, it's over. Okay, it has Will-O-Wisp. Bisharp has Knockoff.
No, it doesn't. I wish it did.
Huh?
Yeah, no, Bishop would be terrible.
Guys, I don't think I should not take this disruption category.
Yeah. Oh.
Tentacruel has Knockoff.
Yes.
Iron Valiant has Knockoff.
Yeah.
Kilowattrel has Thunderwave.
Yep.
Yeah, Tentacruel surely has Toxic. Yeah, it's got Encore.
And also Heatran
stuff.
Body.
Yes, that too. 8 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Me number 1 again. People leave. I feel that. I didn't want to do it, but the team had to be. Non-biased, I swear.
Offensively, this team is very, very scary as well. Have that Iron Valiant, Latias, Kilowattrel, and Heatran, and Ursaluna Bloodburn especially, so bring your AVs or something. This team's gonna hurt especially. And also Shaman, so we can't forget about Shaman either with that Seed Flare. Physically, you have that Araquanid Liquidation, and Swords Dance Mimikyu, and Iron Valiant again. So not quite as scary physically, but just very, very scary overall though. In terms of setup, you have Valiant with doing whatever, Latias with Calm Mind, Swords Dance Bisharp, Swords Dance Mimikyu, Calm Mind Ursaluna. So pretty good options there. In terms of pivots, Kilowattrel with Volt Switch, Tentacruel with Flip Turn. That's actually, and Latias with Flip Turn. I think that's about it though for pivoting though on this team.
Did you say Araquanid?
No,
that gets flip turn and probably U-turn. I don't know. Which is also solid.
Probably, yeah. But that's why the 1 point was lost.
Yeah, speed, very fast team. I am a fan. Great speed tiers. Priority, you got Valiant has Vacuum Wave, Ursaluna has Vacuum Wave, Mimikyu has Shadow Sneak, and Bisharp has Sucker Punch. So you are plentiful in that category.
Yeah, defenses team's also pretty solid. Have that Tentacruel and Arachnid for good special walls. Mimikyu with that Disguise and decent bulk. And also physically, you have Ursaluna Blood Moon and Bisharp take those hits. And even Heatran as well, very bulky Pokemon. So good defenses overall.
And culturally, your team looks extremely fun to play. I'll do a quick swap with you on the sheet, and nobody will notice.
I will also do a swap with you. And also you have Terra Cap. Unfortunately not Terra Bisharp because that thing is banned. But Bisharp.
Yeah. Oh, Latios is not a flip turn apparently. Only Latios. RIP.
Okay.
But still.
And also you drafted like the 2 Terra Captains like I was thinking about drafting before the season started. So very good team.
Yeah, this team is great. I love it. 5 out of 5.
Who could number 1 be though?
Who could number 1 be?
I wonder. Wow, it's me.
Number 1 again is the Tokyo Tricksters. Missing types? None. Type weaknesses? Ground. Kind of. Well, yeah.
We don't count Cryo, really.
Cryo doesn't count. Low Kicks probably doesn't count that much. You got a Zapdos, but you got a lot of weaknesses to it.
Yeah, ground. Although Dynasty can tear out of it, but still have to deal with the Jirachi, Claude, and Cinderace. So.
True.
I have a lot of hazard options with this team with the Diancie and Claude with Stealth Rock and Spikes, and also Jirachi with Stealth Rock as well. And do I have Toxic Spikes? Can't remember. I don't think I do actually.
Claude is Toxic Spikes.
Oh, Claude. Yeah, I'm stupid. Yeah, Claude has Toxic Spikes. So yeah, I have good hazard setters overall.
Yeah, hazard control. You have Cryogonal for Rapid Spin. I'm missing something, right? Court Change.
Yes.
Yeah, you got Court Change, so you cheat.
Yeah.
And support-wise, Zapdos has screens. Jirachi is Wish, screens. Cryogonal probably has screens. Dragapult has screens. Everything is screens. Diancie, cheat. 10 out of 10. Surely you know your own disruption.
Yeah. Maybe it could have been 9 out of 10. Maybe we were a little too generous with the hazard control there for me. Maybe it should have been 4, but we take it.
I don't know. Cinderace is kind of OP. You don't need to worry about hazards the whole game.
Yeah. Dragapult. Yeah, Dragapult has a Will-O-Wisp. Cinderace has Will-O-Wisp. Zapdos has Static and Thunder Wave. Jirachi has Flinch Hacks and Thunder Wave. Clodsire has Toxic as well. In terms of knockoff, this is where I lose a point because I only have local games with knockoff. I don't have any good on-call users, I don't think. I have Taunt because Taunt's on everything.
Jirachi has
about it for disruption though.
Jirachi has Trick, I believe. Maybe.
Oh but yeah. I keep. There's so many moves on the list of things that we look at for disruption. It's so hard to remember.
Yeah, it's too hard to remember.
Trick's another one that we look at.
We looked at all the disruption options for every team, so hopefully they are somewhat accurate. Offensively, very offensive team. We got Dragapult especially. You got Zapdos. Jirachi can be special. Physically, Dragapult as well. Cinderace, Jirachi, Urshifu, Low Kicks, and Diancie can also be either, technically. So that is pretty nice. Pivoting.
I have a lot of Pokemon that can go this.
A lot of Pokemon that what?
It's like Dragapult and Jirachi and... Because Dragapult and Jirachi and Diancie can all go either way.
Oh yeah, true. Which is very nice and annoying to prep for because you don't know what they're going to do. Pivoting, you got some good ones. Dragapult, Cinderace, Zapdos, Jirachi, Urshifu, Low Kicks, like all the good Pokemon have the pivots. Setup, you got Dragapult, you got Cinderace, you got Jirachi, Low Kicks, Urshifu, Diancie, Pawniard, Copium.
Yes, Pawniard.
I think you only really lose a point for maybe not the most amazing special attack options.
Yeah, that's the weakness of the team. It's not as good special attackers, especially since I dropped superior.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, defensively, team is pretty solid. I have that Clodsire for good special wall, and I have Zapdos as well. Be pretty bulky. Paragon is also pretty good special wall, and Diancie can bulky on either side, and Jirachi as well can be bulky either way it wants. So, decent wall. It's not the best defensive team, but some very good options.
Yeah. I think we skipped speed, so I'll do that. We had speed.
Oh yeah, my bad.
No, it's all good. Very good speed. Dragapult, Cinderace, even Cryogonal. Then we got some hundreds. So no complaints there. And yeah, priority is good as well. You have low kicks. You got, what else do you got?
Chifu with Aqua Jet.
Oh yeah, true.
And Dragapult and Cinderace both have Sucker Punch.
Yes, that is right. 10 out of 10. And culture.
The Pawniard.
Yes, the Pawniard adds culture points, and also the fact that we think it's the best team, which means we're likely to. It is your team, so you're playing it, but I would also play this team, so.
Yes.
I would say 4 to 5 plus Pawniard, so 5.
Yeah. But unfortunately, I would not switch teams with you, Ben.
Why not? Hello?
I like my team better.
It's a shame that I have the control of the document, and we'll just change it. Unlucky.
You heard it here first, folks. If my team all of a sudden becomes Ben's team, then you know what happened.
Dragapult's on my roster now. Enjoy Sandaconda, bud.
Hooray! Can't wait to use Anaconda instead of Dragapult. Not Terra, of course. I don't have enough Terra points for it.
Here is the final tier list. And, yeah, Exilus said maybe release the order without culture. Yes, that is something that would be easy to do at some point. Yeah, here's our list. And on to fun stats. Best offense goes to the Sapporo Snovers, 25 out of 25.
Defense wasn't even close. Taco wins by a landslide.
Yep. Most improved draft by points is Melrose Mabostifs, going from a 48 to a 77, I believe.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I like this next one.
We added this one for fun.
Yes. This might not even be true, but it's funny.
Yeah, I don't know if it's true, but it probably is.
Yeah.
Biggest decline of a draft, me.
Yeah.
3rd to 9.
Highest overall base stat total is thanks actually a lot to Reggie Gigas as your 2-point pick. It absolutely skewed your numbers. So, but still, just a funny stat.
Yeah, my favorite team was the Sapporo Snovers. Looks very fun to play. Lots of offense and sweeping potential. So, I would be down to swap teams.
Yes. And I really like the East Coast and Portland team. I would also kind of be down to swap teams.
Yeah, seems fun. And of course, our most cultural team, the Castelia Slitherwings, repeating the first 3 picks, including the Spectre, who we placed the propaganda on screen.
Yes.
You love to see it. Very, very heavy culture points for that.
Yes. I can't wait for Spec to actually win a match. Spec has to win a match this season.
Spec has to get a kill this season.
Yeah, that's probably a more realistic goal.
Spec had none last season, so hopefully he gets one.
Yes.
Surely you just run like Choice Spec Spectre 1 week and just kill something.
Yes.
It has
or
to.
You run false swipe on all your Pokemon, so you bring them down to 1 HP, so Spec can kill them.
For real, though. And yeah, that is it. That is the end of the power rankings. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We'll maybe release the order without the culture at some point, maybe tomorrow. So, yeah, maybe stay tuned for that and enjoy the season. Everything starts tomorrow, Monday, and I'm looking forward to it a lot.
Me too.
Sweet. All right, have a good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Good night.